And Indiana lawmakers reconvene next week to continue the work of this year's legislative session.
One of the proposed laws is whether doctors should be able to prescribe puberty blockers and hormones to transgender children under the age of 18. Our Emily Longnecker has been following this debate surrounding this bill.
Yeah, she talked with one family who testified against it about what their next steps are if this becomes law. Emily?
Well, Karen and Scott, Nathaniel and Beth Clausen say they watched the Senate pass this bill earlier this week, and they called the experience terrifying. The Clausens have a 10-year-old transgender daughter who they say actually wrote lawmakers asking them not to support this bill. Now the Clausens wonder if it is time to leave Indiana, the only home their daughter, they say, has ever known.
We don't want to leave Indiana. We consider this home.
But Nathaniel and Beth Clausen say they might not have a choice after the Senate passed a bill that would ban doctors in Indiana from providing gender-affirming care to transgender kids under 18, like their 10-year-old daughter, Kieran.
This bill is common sense public policy to protect Hoosier children from unproven, irreversible, and life-altering procedures.
Actively watching the senators choose to harm our child and other trans children, it's unbearable.
Please do not ban the affirming care that our daughter will rely on to live a happy life.
Earlier this month, the Clausens testified in front of some of those same lawmakers, explaining that Kieran had been identifying as a girl since she was 3, receiving care at Riley. 7 years later, they know changes could be right around the corner for Kieran if doctors can't prescribe puberty blockers.
The idea that she might end up going through a male puberty is terrifying.
But that's just what Kieran and other transgender kids in Indiana could be facing if SB 480 becomes law. Under the bill, kids already being prescribed hormones or blockers would have 6 months to wean off them. Supporters of 480 say it would protect children from making a decision they could regret later down the road. The Clausens aren't buying that.
I think that if they really cared, they would understand that the best people to make decisions for children are parents and doctors trained in the specialty area.
Now, lawmakers who support 480 say transgender kids would still have access to mental health care. What the Clausens want to know is whether that care would support kids like their daughter with how they were identifying. The Clausens say if 480 becomes law, they are prepared to move from Indiana. They're also prepared to testify in front of lawmakers in the House. Karen?